Alright everyone, I'm back with a new video, and this time we're here to check out something pretty unique, amazing, and one of a kind. Something I've never seen before personally. I can almost imagine you've probably never seen it either, and you already know what it is based on the title of this video and the thumbnail, but I need to make a dedicated video to show you this. I have some notes here that I'm going to be going over with some information about what we're going to be looking at and talking about. So I'm going to not waste any time, flip the camera around, and we'll show you what this amazing piece looks like. Alright, so what we're looking at here is an actual trolley car. It's called trolley car number 790. It was built in 1924 by the JG Brill Company out of Philadelphia. And there's some interesting information I'm going to be talking about and sharing with you, but this is an actual once operating trolley car that was brought here, and they basically built this home around it. And it's got to be one of a kind. I've never seen anything like this before. It's pretty amazing. Now, this is located just outside of Wilkes-Barre, and you can see on the top there it says Hanover. That was probably its last destination. How you doing?
Hi. It might be dark in there.
Okay.
Yeah, because the lines are all drawn over.
We're actually going to get an inside look here.
I mean, there's a lot of,
Still
still a lot of
they've
junk
been
in
ripping
there.
it apart.
Yeah.
We have to put a dumpster here so we can empty it and get rid of it, but
It's really pretty neat. Hi. Hi.
That's Lily.
Hi, Lily.
I mean,
This was a
you
trolley.
know, 15, 20 years ago, there wasn't any peeling of paint or anything, you know?
Yeah, you can see the original color there, and it's peeling off.
Yeah. And then when they took this part of the bedroom apart, they saw the original color of the car. I don't know how he knows it's 790 though, but
Yeah, I guess they.
if you can dig back, there's articles in one of the newspapers, Scranton or Wilkes-Barre, of him actually putting it on the foundation. And,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I did find some pictures of the car when it was in service, and from the, I guess when they took the newspaper.
He said he looked up somewhere
exterior.
in the rafters and saw that it was, 790.
But we have the original newspaper, don't we?
Yeah,
Or is
I don't
that
know
at
where
home?
it is.
It might be home.
We can go
The
find
it was
going
on the
in
front
here now.
page of either the Independent or the Times Leader in 1950.
When they brought it here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in the front page.
Wow.
And the middle part wasn't there yet. And if you look over here, you can really see some of the, you can kind of see the,
Oh yeah, the exterior part.
the original.
And I guess over the last 40 years or so since he put it here, he put it here in the 50s.
50s, yeah.
51, I think I read on there. Is
A
it?
lot of people, he had a lot of friends that he probably like took stuff off of it.
Yeah, I think 50 was the last year
We
of
kind of
service.
learned a lot about it. But these are actually steps to climb up to get on the roof.
Oh, okay.
When,
Yeah.
You know, when the
And they had the pole on
workers
top and everything.
had to get
Yeah.
on the roof, they pulled these down to climb up. So we learned a lot about it that we didn't know either. I was going to call weird New Jersey, but now it's weird Pennsylvania.
Yeah. I said it's probably one of a kind. You don't see stuff like this, especially in a home. I've seen cars
Yeah,
like
well,
trolley
being
cars
a-
and train cars. They are like repurposed as like
A lot of
restaurants,
insurance
businesses.
companies though, like thought about, putting it back together, but
They don't want to
conversions,
insure it.
they don't want to insure a conversion.
Gotcha. I understand that.
Where are the buttons? There's the stop buttons are here somewhere.
Nice color there.
Those are the original vents.
Yeah, we figured after that article it'd be 1,000 people up here every week.
Yeah, and it's not easy to
They
find
really
either.
want that. I don't know why he did the article. I guess he did it to try to get money. Well, we got to come in here with the clippers.
I know we did do it, but
But
you can't turn it because it's so old.
Yeah, and the other one I saw says
Yeah, he
Hanover.
doesn't want
And
to
this is Sansui
mess
Park,
anything up.
Yeah.
but it's
Still there. It's
Still there.
original.
Yeah.
And they would have had the controls up here too for the motorman. What? No, it's not a house to look at though. I'm just trying to show the trolley car. There we have more of the exterior colors. And you can see this roof is built like right over this. So they have a roof over a roof. This is basically entombed in here and protected from the elements, which is helping preserve it.
Don't go down there, it's probably full of water. So you don't, it's not a lot of water? Be careful.
So this is a looking end to end. And you said they would
My
have.
uncle was a coal miner, and he got black lung, and he retired out here and did this.
Yeah, from what I read in the paper, I guess his wife seen it, I guess, sitting somewhere, and he told him about it, and that
I don't know.
you know, they purchased it for $200, and he had it shipped like 20 miles here to.
I know the whole shipping it here was a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't born yet when they did it, but we came up here and spent weeks here when we were kids.
How much education did he have?
He was somewhat illiterate.
Yeah.
I don't want that in there, but
Oh, that's okay.
you know, I mean, he didn't speak English very well, but he was kind of a genius when it came to building and he was awesome. He had all kinds of swings and all kinds of stuff on the property here. We loved coming here.
They're really messy people.
Really? What? I thought that, you know.
This was beautiful.
It was. It was.
So that was a once in a lifetime opportunity. It happened that these folks came out, and ends up that this is the niece of the people that lived here and brought this trolley here. Her aunt and uncle are the ones that brought this here, and I'm going to give you some information about it. They did talk a lot in the video. I'm going to also share what I know about it. As I mentioned, this was car 790, built in 1924 by the J.G. Brill Company in Philadelphia. This was one of 4 cars that remained on the transit company property on the last day of service, because they were set to scrap all the cars. Once they were done out of service, retired, they didn't have a need for them, so they scrapped them, or used them for parts for other trolleys. And this was one of 4 that was remaining before it got scrapped. So service in the area ran from 1888 to 1950, and again, this was retired in 1950. And from what they mentioned in the newspaper article too, is out of all the hundreds of trolley cars that ran in Wilkes-Barre, this is the only one that's left in existence. They've all been scrapped. I believe there's another one that was repurposed as a diner, but that got destroyed as well. And the line that this operated on ran from Nanticoke all the way up to Lackawanna County and Old Forge, and it basically carried coal miners, railroad and factory workers, students and pleasure seekers all around the area, and that's what the line was used for, and this car specifically carried those type of people. Now, for the last 67 years, this car spent its time disguised as a cottage. People didn't really know it was here unless you were local to the area or knew the family. But as you can see, it's built into the side of the house, so it wasn't easily seen or known. And it's just been kind of hiding out here. And I believe they said that the husband passed away in the early 70s, and the wife passed away in the early 90s to mid 90s. So this has been sitting vacant, empty since that time frame, but they have been taking care of the property, cutting the grass, paying the taxes, trying to actually save it and repurpose it, but they said they had trouble with getting insurance to cover a custom-built structure like this, that they won't cover it. So they couldn't really put it on the market or sell it without it being destroyed. So thankfully this group of people are coming along to try and save it and resurrect it. Now the group is trying to raise, I believe, $30,000, which is just enough to demolish this property and to remove the trolley car from this location. That's just enough for, that's not covering restoration costs or anything like that. That's just enough for removing it from this property. And they have until, I believe, 2019, at the end of 2019, to have that done. Otherwise, they, I don't know what what's gonna, like, the repercussions are if they don't, but I know they have a certain time frame. They said this has been going on for 5 years now. They've been trying to raise the funds. And I don't know how much they have so far, but it was published in the paper to raise awareness of this. So I'm actually going to put the information in the description below in case you wish to make a donation to help save this piece of history, because that's what it is. It's the last one in existence, and it'd be neat to see this come full circle and be put on the trolley line again. And that's what the plans are. They want to raise, I should say, it's going to cost around $300,000 to do a full restoration to bring it back to operating condition. Now, once they actually rebuild it and bring it back to operating condition, the plans are to bring this to Scranton to the Electric City Trolley Museum and have them run it on their line for their trolley line tour that takes you to PNC Field. Now, from what I read, the way this was discovered is that the wife actually used to pass by this trolley where it was sitting in the yard on her way to work each day, and she told her husband about it. And the couple ended up purchasing the trolley for $200 and had it hauled 20 miles and placed on a concrete foundation where it sits today. Now, as I mentioned, the husband passed away in the 70s, the wife passed away in the 90s, roughly 20 years later. And the property was passed down to the nephews and nieces, who we just actually spoke with. I guess there's other members of the family, but no one wanted to live here, and it was going to be a big undertaking to rehab this place and make it up to code. But again, they said they ran into problems with the insurance company not wanting to cover it, so that's why it never became a active living house again. Now, one quick fact about this car does sit 44 feet long. It does extend out both ends of this cottage here, and as we've seen from the inside, it's in remarkable condition. And that's basically because they built the structure of this house right around the trolley. It's basically entombed, encased, and protected inside. And it'd be neat to see, once they peel this away, how the exterior of the trolley does look. Now, it doesn't have any wheels or motors or controls on the inside. Those were removed prior to bringing it here, but there is a company that does have parts for this, so that's not going to be a problem as far as getting it back in operating condition. It's just going to be the undertaking of removing it from here and getting it to where it needs to be taken care of and to be put back in service. So I really wish them lots of luck. I hope the family succeeds with having this, taken care of properly and restored, and to see it come full circle, because it's an amazing piece of history. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the look at this trolley house that is hiding behind the ivy there. But I gotta say, this was an amazing piece to find today and to share with you guys. I only learned about it a few weeks ago from the newspaper, and I was trying to locate it, and thanks to some help from a friend of mine, they actually were able to come here and find it themselves, take some photographs, and I knew I had to come here myself and see it and share it with you guys. Now, I'm not going to give you the exact location because the family doesn't want visitors coming here trying to break in or steal pieces or anything like that. The property is watched after and taken care of. Taxes are paid, grass is cut, but there's no one living here since the 90s. But it's basically like a time capsule. I mean, everything's still in there from when the family lived here. And I was really fortunate enough to get inside and take a look, because the family came out, the husband and wife of the niece of the wife and the husband. And just so happened we got to talking, and they were kind enough to let me inside and give you guys a look at it, which was incredible on my part. I never thought that would happen. I was hoping to at least just find it from the outside and give you some pictures and some stills. But to actually walk through inside the trolley car itself, it was just a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I'm so thankful for that, because it really added to this video. Now, if by chance you'd like to help donate and save this piece of history and get it back in service, I will have the information down below in the description in case you want to help out. Otherwise, if you have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And if you did enjoy this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. This was amazing to share with you guys today. And as always, if you're new to my channel and you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and ring that notification bell. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next video.